Hi crafty friends, it's Cassie here with Junkin 101 with Cassie. I'm here with another design team project, and today I'm not only going to just show you the kit, but I'm also going to do a little craft with me per se. So again, of course, this is Junk with Stuff on Etsy. This is her kit called Dusty Pink, and this is just, she has one called Dusty Pink and Dusty Blue. She has regular kits for each one, and then she also has large ephemera kits for both one. So the regular kit that you're going to get is going to be like your background pages and things with a few ephemera pages, and then the large ephemera kits is going to be like all this fun stuff. And this is only part of the large ephemera kit, and I did print the tags a couple of times, I think. I'm not sure what I printed. But anyway, I've already fussy cut that stuff out so that we can maybe play with a little bit of that. So let me make sure I'm still in frame, which I am. So these are the background pages. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're very antiqued looking. They have like that distressed look. Oh, and I'm showing you this one upside down, but hey. So they've got that very like washed out, rustic, old look to them. I think I've got all these upside down. Hold on. Hold the phone. Okay. So anyway, she's got these light pinks and blues in here. And of course, the Dusty Pink is more towards the pinks, and the Dusty Blue is more towards the blue side of things. I don't have the Dusty Blue printed. I just have the Dusty Pink. Oh goodness. If my pages would quit sticking together. She's got, oh, I know this one's upside down. She's got music print in here, and flowers, and leaves, and text, and it's just so pretty. These are great background pages, and great for using with like, making collage boards and things like that. Doing clusters would be awesome with these. All kinds of ideas. This page is a little bit different in the kit. This page, if I pulled it the right way, goes portrait versus landscape. But I love this page. It's so pretty. And this one as well is landscape. The text in it goes this way. I mean, you could use it sideways like this. I meant portrait. It goes portrait. This one is portrait instead of landscape. You could use it in landscape. It's just your text would be going this way versus back and forth. And same with this one. But that gives you variety, and the flowers actually are setting this way, but your text is going this way. So they could really go either way, whichever way you want to use them. Same with this one. Like the writing here is going this way, but then you've got writing here going this way, and you do kind of have that like center strip almost like it was folded, you know. So you could use these pages any direction you want to, but I just think they're so pretty. So pretty. And I just have these printed on regular copy paper, the background pages. Let's set those over here. And now here you can see the name of the kit. It's Dusty Pink. And down here you can see it's Junk with Stuff on Etsy. And this is an envelope that she includes. And I just have these printed on a cream colored cardstock. So there's the envelope. This page is so much fun. You've got your frame, you've got this book is property of, you have a little mason jar and a butterfly, you've got a couple of tabs here, and you've got the Rolodex card. On this page, you've got a couple of different types of tags. And these ones are really fun. I seen somebody do something with these that I'm going to show you guys, maybe in today's video. And then you got a couple of little tickets here that are cute. Then on this page, you've got lots of words that you can use, a little bingo card and a playing card. Then here you've got the 3 customer claim check. Just tags with some like, this is like for a sale, will charged, what they paid, amount, alteration charge. So alteration tag is what it is. I'm just used to it saying it up here, but I love these. I think they're so cool. And then you've got a page that has one of these types of envelopes. It's kind of like a coin envelope. You've got the library card and another ticket. Then on this page is really fun. You've got a couple of corner pockets, another little pocket, and you've got 3 of the whale tail tabs. Or should I say the whale tail shaped tabs. These are actually bigger than if you have the whale tail tab punch. These are a little bit bigger than the punches, and I'll show that. Let me just grab one here. So if you see here, it is a little bit bigger than if you have the whale tail tab punch itself. So if you have the punch, you can just punch these out. I've done that. And then just, oh, I'm sorry, I hit the camera. I've punched them out with the punch itself, or you can just cut them out if you want them a little bit bigger. But I think it's really cool that she includes these in her kits. I think that's really nice for people that don't have the punch. Here you've got a couple of strips that could be used as belly bands or washi tape or, you know, whatever it may be. Here you've got a calendar from 1915, a couple of little circles and a little label. And then here you've got 3 tags. Sorry, I'm rescuing the garbage from this little guy. But right here you've got 3 tags that come with her kit. They are super, super pretty, and they do match the background pages. And then this page here is another envelope. So that is her kit, Dusty Pink. Again, that's Junk with Stuff on Etsy. You can also find her on Facebook in the JJ with Joy group. We have a lot of fun over there. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to move this stuff aside for right this moment. I'm going to adjust my camera. Hopefully I can do this while videoing. Okay, let me just get this in frame so I know where I have to stay. Ooh. Okay. All right. So we're going to make a loaded pocket today. And the reason I'm choosing to do this is because we just did a trick-or-treat loaded pocket swap in the JJ with Joy group, and I had a lot of fun making it. It was my first loaded pocket that I had ever made, and at first I wasn't really for sure how I was going to do it, but then I made it, and oh my gosh, it was so much fun. So I'm just going to start with a few book pages here. You can make this any size you want. You don't have to use book pages. You can use anything you oh goodness, excuse me. You can use anything you want to as your base. It does not matter. You can use your pages singly if you want to. You can double them up to make them a little bit more sturdy if you want to. But the way I'm going to do this is I'm just going to use 2 of them because I'm going to make 4 pockets. And then I'm going to cover these with the book, or not with the book page, with the kit. So that's going to sturdy it up itself too. So I'm going to see how big I want my first pocket to be, and I'm just going to fold it up. No measuring required. You just kind of eyeball it. Give it a good press. And there we go. Then you're going to take your second book page and you're going to figure out where you want your other pockets to be. So I'm going to just go ahead and fold it like so. I'm probably not completely in frame here. I got a new new phone, so I'm working with the camera on this one. So this page here is just going to go in and set like this inside here. So we have to decorate the fronts of all these, and I'm going to cover the back of this as well because we're going to do something really cool with the back, and we're going to do something in here as well. So what I'm going to start by doing is I'm going to cover these with her kit, with Stephanie's kit. So let me bring back in the kit, and let's choose a piece here that we want to work with. I love this piece, so I think I'm going to pull that one. Let's see here. I love the music in this one, so I'll pull that one. And I really love the script on this, and I really love this one. So I'm going to pull those four. And for my front here, let's see, what do I want to show for the front? For the front, I think I'm going to use this scripty one. So I'm going to use this one for the front. And I'm just going to start by cutting off the white border around here. And there are many, many ways to do this. There are a lot of tutorials on YouTube how to make loaded pockets, or how to take a bag and make an exploding bag or exploding pocket, or whatever they call them. My way isn't necessarily the right way. This is just how I seen somebody else make one, and I really liked how it turned out. So I decided that I wanted to make it like that, and it was really fun. And I sat down in one day from start to finish and made it. And that was really cool because I'd never made one before. So to make one in one day was really fun. So I'm going to actually have this hang over a little bit so I can fold it under, and I'm going to have it hang over the top of the pocket a little bit too so I can have it fold over. So I'm going to get me a pencil. And I'm just going to mark right about here. Like I said, you know, I don't do the whole measure thing. And then get that on there pretty straight, and I'll mark just right there. So now I'm going to bring in my paper cutter and cut this so that I know my lines are straight, because I can't cut a straight line to save my life. So I'll go this way first to save my paper. And then we'll cut up this way. We have a little scrap that can go in the scrap bin. And you can use any kind of glue you want for this. I'm just going to go ahead and use my art glitter glue. because it holds fast and I know it works. So I'm just going to take my book page here, and just on this bottom piece, I'm going to put glue. You want to make sure you get close to the edges just to make sure it's held down. And then I'm going to line this edge up with the edge of the book page and just give it a good press. I probably didn't get that on there straight, but that's okay because this pocket we're going to end up decorating. So now I'm just going to put some glue on this back piece here and flip it over. That's not wanting to fold over. Great. We'll get it. There we go. That's just to make sure that this bottom edge here is nice and pretty. There's no other reason for that. You could cut it off and not necessarily have to do that. This piece we're going to fold over. And what this is going to do is this is going to strengthen the top of our pocket. It's going to make it a little bit more sturdy. And it's also going to give it that nice finished look. So just fold that over and get it ready. And then a little bit of glue. And get it set in place. You do kind of want to make sure you try to not get any of the bumpy lumpies. And then there's our first little pocket covered. Now this is going to set in here like this. So we don't have to cover this whole piece of this page, this big inside page here. We don't have to cover the whole thing. We'll just cover this back piece. Now, I want to do every other one, so I'm going to go ahead and cover the top part of my second book page with this same paper, if that makes sense. I hope you're following me. So the first piece we're going to set aside, the second piece we're going to take, and we're going to do this top portion. So all I'm going to do is bring it down some so that it covers everything. I'm going to mark it a little higher than what I want so that we can wrap it around, and then I'm going to mark it right here. Okay, I'm going to get my cutter out. Cut this down to size. Hopefully this isn't a super long tutorial. Hopefully it can go fairly decently and go quickly, because these can take quite a while to make. These little pockets can. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to pre-fold it, and I'm just going to fold it over a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect. No specific amount or anything. Just going to push it down with my bone folder there. And then I'm going to take my glue and put my glue on this flap. This is just a little bit of a different way on how to start this off. And then I'm going to line this up, and I didn't get it lined up straight, so let me go this way. Sorry if my head's in frame. Okay, that's better. Not perfect, but better. Now I'm going to take and put glue all over this piece that I don't think I cut very straight. It looks kind of crooked. Oh well. And then we'll just flip that down. Yeah, I didn't cut that very straight. See, I use a paper trimmer and I still can't even get it right. Oh well. So, this is what we've got so far, and we will go back and trim up the edges a little bit because I didn't cut those straight. So this is what we have so far. Oops, and I keep moving it so that you guys can't see it. So we've got our scripty and our scripty. So I want something that's not as busy in these two areas, but is still really pretty. So I think for that, I'm going to take this one, this music page one. And so I'm just going to, again, trim off the white. Okay, that's all I need to trim out because I'm just going to use this side. So again, part of this is going to be covered, so I don't have to cover all of this. So I'm just going to go down a little ways with it. That's more than enough there. So I'll just mark it here, again, allowing me enough to fold over the top. And then scoot it to the edge. Make sure it's fairly straight-ish. And on this one, I'm going to get a little bit smarter when I cut it. So that I already have it cut to the right length for my pocket, I'm just going to go ahead and cut that part of it first. The width of it, not the length. So that leaves us with this piece of scrap, which is still a big piece of scrap to work with. So now I'm going to cut this piece. And while I have my trimmer out, I'm just going to go ahead and eyeball this and see. Okay. So I'm just going to go right above this leaf. That's plenty big enough. So there's my two pieces. That way I don't have to get my trimmer out again. Okay. So that's my top piece, and this is this piece. So again, I want to have enough of this to fold over. So I'm going to go right about here. So I'll just go along there, and up, and over, and down, and all around. Okay. Put my piece on here. Try to get it as straight as possible. Okay. Give it a good press. And then we're going to fold this piece over. I feel like I have a sneeze coming on. And then glue this down. And again, this is just to strengthen that pocket that we're going to have there and give it a nice, pretty finished edge. Oh my goodness, excuse me. I warned you guys. I felt it coming. Okay. So far, this is what we've got. It's looking pretty. I know I missed a little spot there and that's hanging over and whatever, but we'll trim the edges up. So now we got to cover this. So I'm going to take in this other piece here and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put it down far enough that it covers so you can't see the book page, behind the pocket, but there's still enough on the top to go over. So I'm going to go right about this line. And we're just going to put our glue in there. And we're going to put our page down. Give it a nice little press, wipe up any glue that comes out. Flip this over, and I left that kind of long. It doesn't need to be that long, really. That's a little overboard, I think. But that's what we get sometimes when we're not measuring, right? My cat's at the door having a fit. He wants in here. Oh well. He'll be all right. Okay, and give that a good push. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to line these up. Now that I have all these glued, I'm going to line them up. I'm going to make sure they're nice and tucked into one another. I'm going to get my trimmer out, and I'm just going to slightly trim the edges of these. That way they're all straight and together and nice and pretty. And hopefully I do this straight. At least straight-ish. Okay, there's that side. And now we'll take a little off of the other side. And now it's nice and pretty. Okay. So, I'm not quite going to glue this together yet. I want to flip the whole thing over, and I want to glue this down and cover it. And I absolutely love this piece. And you know what? It's a little short once I cut the top off, but it'll work because we're going to create a pocket on the back. So if I glue it just like that, it should be fine. Okay, so I'm going to take this piece out for the time being, and I'm just going to put glue all over this, leaving just a tad at the bottom here. And hopefully I'm staying in frame. I hope. That way y'all can see how I do this. Because I'm going to add a little bit of a twist to it. So when you think the loaded pocket, you guys would think that, okay, well, we're just going to glue this down to a page in our journal. You could do it that way. It'd be very pretty that way. But I'm going to do something a little different with mine. And I'll show you. Okay. So I'm just going to give this a nice good push. You can use the side of your bone folder. Spread out that glue a little bit. And then I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to cut around it. And I'm going to be careful here at the top because I don't want to mess up that pretty edge we've already made. Okay, so I've trimmed around that. So now we've got this. we have our pockets on the front. So we've got 1, 2, 3 pockets. Now, if you take this just as it is and glue it down this side here and across, you could glue it on the page and it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets. But I'm going to take this a little bit further. So to take this up and beyond, I'm going to bring in the ephemera now. I know, crazy, right? Bringing in the ephemera already. So Stephanie has a lot of these envelopes in her kit, and they are gorgeous envelopes. I'm going to take one of these envelopes, and I have 2 of them cut out. I'm going to take one of them. Which one do we want? I think this one's matching more with the papers. That one's a little too darker. Okay, so now, yes, boring part, and I didn't do this before, and I don't know how to edit. So, we're going to ink. Stephanie's got this really cool envelope in her kit that I love this envelope because I don't use this as an envelope. I cut it apart into 3 pieces. I use this as a pocket, I use this as a tuck spot, and this can be used as another pocket. It can be made into a tag, it can be made into anything. So what I'm thinking though is maybe this would be cool on the back as the tuck spot. So I'm just going to trim up here, following that line that she gives us already. And then I'm going to ink the top of it, even though I know some of this is going to get cut off. But I think it'll just be easier for me to glue this down and then cut it. So I'm going to take this out for now, and I'm going to try and glue this on here just like so and get it as center as I can. So we'll put a little line there, and a little line there, and a little line across the bottom. So see, that's going to cover that little lip there that we have going on. And again, before I totally push it down, I'm just going to try and get it as center as I can, and as lined up with the bottom as I can. Okay, that should be good. Give it a good push. So that's going to make a really cute pocket on the back. And then I'm just going to open this up and trim this. And trim this side. Okay. So now we've got our pockets here on the front. We've got our pockets, and we have our pocket here on the back as well. Now what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take, let's see, how did I do this? I'm trying to remember. I think I took it like this. So we didn't even have to cover the flap of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the inside piece of our pocket out of the way. And I'm going to line this up on here. Now this is the big piece. This is the tall piece of our pocket. We're going to open this and we're going to line this up like this. Not going all the way to our crease because we want room for this to be able to close. And we're going to put glue on here. And we're going to glue this into our loaded pocket. Now, I should have thought about this before I put this glue on here, but that's okay. We still have time to do it. I'm going to try to get this without bumping you guys too bad. I'm going to put a little notch in here, just a little bit of one. Hopefully that's pretty center. I'm going to ink that real quick. Okay. So, again, line this up. I'm going a little bit above the line at the bottom and a little bit away from the crease in the envelope here so that it has room to fold in and all that. So now when we put this in, which we can go ahead and do now, we're going to put glue just down here and down here. You can put a little bit across the bottom if you want to hold it in extra. It wouldn't hurt it. And then we're going to line this up as best we can. Oops, I've got it over a little too far. Okay. That looks good. Give it a good push. Okay. And now we're just going to glue these other flaps down. So you're going to take your glue. I'm probably all out of focus here. Or out of frame. Take your glue. Just run a bead of glue here. And a bead of glue here. And then flip this one up. Give it a good push. And the same thing with this bottom one. Just a bead of glue down the side and a bead of glue down this side. Okay. Now I'm going to go back in real quick just to make sure that's all covered. And then we're going to glue this down. So, glue here and glue here. Give it a good push. Make sure it adheres okay. And there we have it. Now I did something different the last time because that didn't show. I think I glued my envelope in before I put that on there, but hey, I think that's kind of cool looking there. But anyway, you have your pocket here, a pocket here, and a pocket here. And then when you flip it over, this flips open. So then you have a tuck or a pocket here and a tuck spot there. And then what I would do with this is, I'm just going to fold this in half, and we'll pretend that this is our journal page. Okay, so this is sewn into the signature, and our journal page flips open like this. So what you could do with this is then just paper clip it onto your book page. And then when you flip your book page open, then you've got all these pretty pockets here. And because I made this using the kit, I can then go ahead and take all these awesome tags from the kit and just fill the pockets with them. And make other little goodies and stuff to go in the pockets and things like that. And like this is made with the kit, so I'm sure you take this off and you flip this open, that fits right there inside your envelope. Of course, I'd put like a tab on it or something, or you could tuck it in right there and it fits perfect right there. And then what I would do is I would go ahead and decorate this a little bit, put a little cluster on there or something. I would decorate this a little bit. And then, of course, this pocket right here is going to show. So I would do like some lace or something across there. The only thing I would do a little bit different is I would probably glue my envelope down before I put this background page here on. But I got a little ahead of myself and didn't think it through fully. But that's, I mean, it's not going to show. Once you put 2 or 3 things in this back pocket here, that's not even going to show. So anyway, that is how I construct my loaded pockets. Again, you don't have to put this on here. You don't have to put this on here. You can just glue it down to your page. So then you'd have your pocket here, 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 and then here as well. So then you'd have 4 pockets instead of the 3. Or you can make them like this. You can just kind of tie it closed with a string and just send it full of ephemera to a friend or something. Tuck a little note inside the envelope to them. That'd be really cute. So anyway, there's all kinds of things you can do with these, all kinds of possibilities. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial today. I hope it wasn't all over the place crazy, and I hope you guys understood it. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. I will more than gladly answer your questions. Again, we made this using the kit Dusty Pink by Junk with Stuff. She is on Etsy, and she is in the Facebook group JJ with Joy. So anyway, I will see all you guys next time. Thanks for hanging out with me, and remember, do what you love and love what you do. Bye.